H-I-M. Last name Ali. I am the son of the owner.
And I know you wanted to provide a brief statement. Do you want to start with
Yes,
that?
I want to start with the statement, which was a lot of the journalism that's been going on the last couple of days has been really dishonest. I don't want to point fingers at anybody, but I do feel like what was done was someone came to our building outside of operating hours. When there's a specific sign on our door that says our days and our hours, he came outside of those hours and then claimed, hey, they're closed and they're still making money. They're using taxpayer money to work. And it's like, you don't come outside of operational hours and then say they're using taxpayer money. That was completely false. As you can see, we're open Mondays through Thursdays, 2 to 10 p.m. He was here earlier. I don't see him right now. So it's like, are you trying to record that we're doing fraud, or are you trying to put the Somali name and the fraud in the same sentence? That's what really hurt us the last couple of days. We're open. We've been open. We haven't closed. We've been open for eight and a half years now. We haven't closed once during that period. So I want to touch on that first. The second thing is, which is kind of laughable, is the sign. We messed up with the sign. We paid somebody to do our sign. He incorrectly did it. We're having him work on it. We paid him to correct the sign. He said it'll be done by this week. So by the end of this week, our sign will be fine. The third thing, which is the fraud claim. There's no fraud going on whatsoever. Kids come to us. Clients come to us. Their parents come to us. They're here daily. They leave on time. They come on time. There's no fraud going on whatsoever. Where those claims came from, I mean, if a group of people does fraud, you don't paint the brush with everyone in that group. You don't say, hey, there's a group of people that are Somali that are doing fraud. Say, hey, every single Somali must be part of fraud. No, we're business owners. Being a business owner is extremely tough. Trying to raise kids that are not yours, that are others, is extremely tough as well. But then for people to come and go like, hey, they're not really working, they're just taking free money. If any of us have children here, raising children is not easy. Trying to help them with schoolwork, trying to build their manners is not easy work. So when somebody comes and does that, it's really disheartening. In the community itself, as Minnesota, as Somalis, as people that own this business for 8 years now, we do nothing but to uplift the community, uplift our children, uplift one another, uplift non-Somalis, uplift Somalis, to make a better community for all of us. So when somebody comes in and says, hey, they're not doing it, it's just like if he would have came during operational hours and there's no one here, okay, you've got a point. He came, I think it was 11 a.m. Obviously, there's no cars in the parking lot. If you look around, there's cars now. Yeah, because our employees are here. Our children are here. Our clients are here. But don't come at 10 a.m. and get like, hey, their door's not open. Obviously, our door's not going to be open at 10 a.m. We're not open 10 a.m. The sign on the door says that.
So is this what the parking lot looks like every day at this time?
Can you talk about the process you go through to get a license for
yeah,
daycare?
And I think a lot of people are not familiar with it because not everyone's a daycare owner. Not everyone takes their children to daycare. Opening a daycare license is not easy whatsoever. I see a lot of people pointing fingers at DHS. DHS does a good job to the point that if you ask most daycare owners, Somali or non-Somali, it's a really strenuous process. You have to admit paperwork. You have to submit paperwork daily. You have to do a monthly. You have to do a yearly. The issue is parents do not allow us to have their children recorded. And this is not just daycares. I know a lot of journalists like to make it a daycare issue. You can't go in schools and record children because we have forms when we're submitting our students. 99% of the time, the parent's gonna say, hey, I don't want my child on any sort of camera. But for our own sake, when we're taking them to playgrounds and whatnot, we don't record them because the parents tell you not to. So it's out of the safety of the kids. That's why we specifically asked that the camera is over here and not over there. So the kids are not recorded. And once again, I'd like to conclude, the YouTuber that was making the claims, you were here earlier today. I came here at 1 o'clock. You were here. Where are you now? You claim we're closed. You claim we're a fraud. Where are you? Why are you not here right now? It's like you're trying to put out a certain message about a certain group. I'm not going to make that claim. I don't want to make that claim without me knowing him personally, but that's what it seems like he's doing from his front. Where are you right now? He was here earlier. He was recording us. We had no issue with it. We told him, hey, just get off our property. You can record. Now he's not here.
Can you just confirm how many employees you have and how many students you're serving on an average day?
We have about 25 employees, and children, we're at 92, I believe it is. Our capacity is 99, so we don't really like to touch 90 and above. We're at 92 right now. Our capacity, though, is 99. That capacity is set by the fire marshal. Is not, like I said, this is not like something you can just write on a piece of paper. The fire marshal sets the standards for the building size. We didn't get to choose, hey, 99 children. We didn't get to choose that.
Wait, how many would come in daily? How many kids, roughly?
50 to 80, depending on the day, depending on the weather, depending on if they play sports. There's a lot of different factors that go into it, but children are here. And like I said, I'll conclude with this. You guys come here tomorrow. You guys come here Thursday. You guys can come here Monday. The kids will be here. Just federal holidays, just to be clear, I know there's a lot of rhetoric around federal holidays. Federal holidays are paid days for us. So we're closed on those days. Like New Year's Day, January 1st, we're not going to be here. Just to be clear, it's not because it's fraud. It's not because it's closed. Clients and parents all know alike. We're not open. Christmas Day, we weren't open. It's not because of fraud. It's not because we don't celebrate Christmas based on paid holiday. We're given a certain amount of calendar days throughout the year which we can submit as paid holidays. And it's one of those paid holidays. So, like I said,
Confirm for us the $4 million figure. We've been hearing that a lot. Is that
don't know where that came from. I have no idea where that came from.
$4 million?
That's a completely false claim. We don't make that much with the amount of children we have.
How much money are you receiving money from the state, or how does the funding work here for you all?
Yeah, I don't think people understand how that works at all.
The funding works. You're given a certain threshold per child. The younger the child is, the more you get paid. The older they are, the younger they get paid. The less you're paid. So depending on how many children you have is how much you get paid per family. But we don't make those standards. CCAP and the government makes those standards. We don't make those standards. We're not allowed to bill a cent more. Like say for example, infant, you get paid a certain rate. You're not going to get paid a cent more than that once you bill it. So if there's a certain amount we make, that's from the kids we take care of. We feed, we clothe, we pick up, we drop off. That's what we submit to the government, and the government pays us for that. So it's not, none of this is stolen money.
The sign you said that
Will be fixed by this week. It'll be fixed by this week.
Has it been this way for the past 8.5 years that you've been open? Do you know?
No. We paid someone. We paid a graphic designer. Clearly didn't do a good job. We try to get back to him. I don't want to mention his name in his business for a while now, for like 3-4 months. I'm out of the country. I'm not here. I'll get it fixed, but by the end of this week, it'll be fixed. I'll conclude there. Huh? Well, both of those will be fixed by the end of the week. Both of those. But just the rhetoric that there's fraud going on, you guys can feel free to come. You guys can come tomorrow. Mondays through Thursdays, though. We're not open Fridays. It's not fraud. We're not open Saturdays. We're not open Sundays. You guys can feel free to come. But if
Don't plan on closing anytime
no.
Can you tell us your name again?
Ali, A-L-I. Yeah. Ibrahim.
Spain?
I-B-R-A-H-I-M. Appreciate you guys.
What's your title?
Manager.
Manager?
Yep. Thank you, guys.